Ronaldo. Reportedly, he has snubbed a move to David Beckham's Inter Miami. Chelsea and Bayern apparently expressed an interest in him. I think Dave Ornstein wrote an article the other day actually saying that there was a meeting where he may have been offered to Chelsea. It was one of a number of things on the topic conversation, not just that, it just came up. It does look likely that he's going to stay at Old Trafford. Reportedly as well, he's been unhappy with the lack of movement in the transfer window, which I understand you would be, wouldn't you, if you're Manchester United and you're seeing Manchester City, Liverpool get their business done early. Even Spurs are making signings. Arsenal have made a few good signings as well. And then you're sitting there going, we had a disastrous season last season. We've got a new manager in. It's his first day today. Where are our transfers? What are we doing?
No, but you've got to be patient, you know.
Why? Why do they have to be patient? They're Manchester United.
Well, because they're not Manchester United of old, though, are they? They've fallen down the pecking order in terms of what players that they can sign and who they can attract. So, yes, they're still a huge football club globally, but the attraction for teams now, for players, is going to be different because they look at it and go, they haven't got Champions League football. It's a new manager who's just come in, so they don't know what sort of position they're going to be in and the style of football that they're going to play. And the mentality of the group from last season still looks shocking. So players will come in and go, I don't know if I really fancy that. I don't know if that's the right move for me right now. And I think that's why they've got to be patient with some of the transfers that they're doing. And I think they've still got to offload players to open up a bit of room in the wage budget maybe to get new players in. They've got to get rid of the dead wood. Because that's what's killing them.
Yeah. I think normally, like end of June, we'd have a World Cup, we'd have a Euros, we'd have Olympics, Copa America. So we wouldn't be talking about transfers. Now, all of a sudden, we don't have that. So we're filling our time with transfers. And all of a sudden, everyone's got the impression that the end of June is when everyone should have their business done. Whereas normally, it goes into July, end of July, August. I think because City have bought Haaland, it's sort of sent the market into panic and everyone started doing their business early. But if Manchester United they're not going to, they don't need to rush. They can't rush at this stage that they're at. They can't rush signings. They can't just sign someone because there's pressure. Everyone's telling them you need to sign players. City have bought players. Liverpool have bought players. They need to get it right. And I think that's what they're doing. They're taking their time. They're making sure the target's right.
Shouldn't they though? And just playing devil's advocate here. Yes, City had done their business early, and so have Liverpool with Darwin Núñez and numerous other signings as well. Shouldn't Manchester United have had an idea? And why is it? I mean, you know that they've got targets and they're making approaches to people. So why is that taking so long? And why are teams choosing other teams? Why are players choosing other teams over Manchester United as well?
Well, for pretty much exactly what I said, really. It's just I think they've fallen down the pecking order of, if Man City and Liverpool are interested and Manchester United, you're going Man City and Liverpool. You'd probably go to Chelsea over them. You'd probably even go to Tottenham over Manchester United at the minute because, for me, in my opinion, they've got Champions League football, Antonio Conte as the manager and the team's on the up. Manchester United have just got into a weird stage where they need a rebuild, but they've kind of got to maybe start the season with what they've got, show players who they're interested in, what they're about, and have a good start to the season, and then maybe attract some more signings. And look, we don't know how the Glazers do business. It's been if you look at the recruitment over the last 4 seasons, how many of them players have actually done well? If you look at Man United signings, Ronaldo. Who else?
Varane at the time when he came in.
He ain't done well though. He's been poor. You name a player at Manchester United over the last 4 seasons that they've signed has actually done well.
Bruno started very well. I know you'll say he's dropped off a little bit.
There ain't many. So that's a massive thing they got to look at.
I think to believe what's been reported, they're obviously going for Frank de Jong. It's a completely different situation to the City. City didn't have to negotiate. If there wasn't a buyout fee, this Haaland transfer would have dragged out until the end of August. But Manchester United are going to Barcelona and they want to sign a key player for Barca, a player Barca don't want to leave. So this takes time. You're not going to get this done within a few days. So I think that's why it's taken a few weeks, probably take a few more. But if that's the man the manager wants, I'm sure they will get it done for their new manager.
Andros, I was going to ask you a question, yes, but as a player, but I don't think I can ask you it without your Spurs bias coming in. As a manager, you've got, as in like an agent, not a manager, you've got a young player and you've got an option to send him to Spurs or Manchester United right now. Which one are you sending him to?
it's difficult to put my bias away. Obviously, I'd say Spurs because of the project that they're under, the players they have, where they finished last season, Champions League football. If it's a senior player, obviously you want Champions League football. But on the other hand, I'm going to sit on the fence, but on the other hand, like we said so many times, Manchester United is Manchester United. It's a massive club. If it's a young player, he's got time. Maybe he wants to build something at the Theatre of Dreams, but that's me sitting on the fence.
Do you think, I'm going to come to you in a second, Jamie, do you think, Andros, the way that Spurs are placed at the moment, like you say, with the manager that they've got in there, the way that they finished off the season as well, because that was so different to the way that they started the season, do you think Spurs are in a better place to finish higher in the league this season than United?
Right now, yeah, of course, and that's no disrespect to Man United. I think Spurs have got a world-class manager. He's had a year to sort of get to know his players. He's identified his signings. He's got his signings in early, and now he has the team that he wants, and he feels he's good enough to attack on all fronts. And of course, it's no disrespect, Spurs are a better place than Man United.
Jamie, I know the answer because I know that you think Spurs are going to finish third this season.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that business then that they're doing at Spurs at the moment, the players that they brought in. Yeah. And how long you think Antonio Conte will stay at Spurs for? How long do you think?
Well, hopefully as long as possible. But we have to keep him happy. We have to keep the recruitment, bang on with who we sign, and it could be an exciting season for us. I think we still need to get a few more in, a left-sided centre-half. I'd like to see Jed Spence maybe come in, and maybe a backup striker. I think if we can get 3 more in like that, I think we're going to have a really solid team, and it's going to be exciting. It really is. I'm looking forward to it.
Jed Spence is the key one. I think in the past, this will be the transfer that Daniel Levy will drag out until deadline day. I think it's already been reported that the Spurs are way off Middlesbrough's valuation, so this is the one we'll see if he really wants to back Conte, if he really has changed. We'll see if he gets this done within the next few weeks and gives Conte his man for the whole of pre-season leading up to the start of the season.
Do you think, Anton, as a current player now, is the shine of Manchester United starting to wear off because of where they finished recently and no Champions League football?
I don't think so. I think anybody over the age of 10 knows the size of Manchester United, knows the stature of Manchester United, and would want, if they're young, if they're hungry, they would want to be part of a team who gets Man United back up to where they were, back up to the glory days. So definitely in this generation, that hasn't been lost. Maybe the next one, maybe if they haven't won anything in 5-10 years and people haven't grown up seeing Man United win things, that may change. But at the moment, definitely not.
When I was playing, young age, if Man United come along, anyone in the world, you go in Man United.
You just said they'll go Spurs.
Oh, now it's different.
Is that not the same now, though?
No, it's changed because they've fallen down the pecking order because of how poorly they've been run, and the business that they've done that's why they've. But when I was playing, like Man United was the dream. If Man United come in for any player, you're gone. Simple as that. Oh my God, Man United. I don't know if that's the case anymore. And that's the problem that they're having because Man United are still one of the biggest clubs in the world. And, I look at it and go, they've got to sign big players or, the right player. But I think players are umming and ahhing over it. Looking at it going, don't know if I fancy it. That's what's changed at Manchester United now.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.